We're definitely recording. Hey, Mike Oria here. I've gotten a few requests to explain what this interesting guitar is in front of me, and so I thought I'd just do a quick, like a vlog, and show you what it is. So this is the Tom Ribbecke custom 9-string guitar, and I just got it. So I've been I ordered it about a year ago, and Tom has been working with me in a wonderful way to exchange ideas and really lay out the specs of the guitar perfectly. And I just took delivery of this guitar, and it's now up to me to learn how to properly play it. So the whole idea is it's basically a 7-string guitar that has a low A. And then there's an additional 2 middle voiced strings that fit between the 4th and 5th string. So come in close here. We've got your high E that you know, high E string, a B string, a G string, a D. So far, that's all the same. And now, after the D, there's an octave D, so an octave above that D. So above this, we got the next string. So that's now our 5th string. And then the 6th string is an octave A, followed by the 7th string, which is the A that you guys know. The former 5th string is now the 8th string, followed by a low E, and then a low A. Right? So there's 3 A strings on here and 2 D strings. The whole concept of this tuning goes back to a gentleman named Michael Coppola, who has been doing this for decades. And I read his article in Just Jazz Guitar way back when I was in my 20s. I remember this. I got this issue with Wes on the cover, right? And inside here, he talks about his 8-string guitar concept at the time, which I photocopied, and then I was absolutely fascinated with the idea. I took one of my 6-string acoustics at that time and restrung 6 of those strings to match his tuning, and I played around with it for several months before I decided that I would have to revise my entire brain if I wanted to go any further with that. So that's been tabled until last year, when I decided that my type of listening now includes a lot of Bill Evans' piano trio. And the biggest difference between piano and guitar is pianists are able to achieve very simply voiced clusters and notes that are close together. On a piano, that's the easiest thing you can do, is play 2 or 3 notes right next to each other. However, on guitar, that's next to impossible to do more than 3 notes close together, right? And what I'm talking about, one of Bill Evans' most common chords, the one that really struck me, is this one. I'm playing it on guitar, no problem. That's a voicing we all use. It's a G minor add 9 chord. A lot of you rockers have always started out your metal tune with a E minor. Right? That one. That chord was really the impetus for this to me, because it sounds so beautiful to hear that little bit of grinding, the beats between the notes. So I wanted to emulate that and go a little further. So that's when I remembered Michael Coppola's method, and I thought, let me just go ahead and give it a try. So that took me further down the rabbit hole, and for the last year that I've been waiting for Tom to make the guitar, I have been listening to piano music. Every time I hear a voicing that sounds good, I steal it or capture it, if you will. So I have scads of these pages here of piano voicings that I need to now figure out how to find on this guitar, right? And there's no app or there's no fretboard chart or anything like that. For this guitar, it's all just pioneering some new space. So, and that's what's going to be fun about this. And so I literally look for 3 notes and I'll try to find them here. And some fun discoveries have come about. For guitarists, one of the most beautiful chord melodies on record is Johnny Smith's Moonlight in Vermont. And he is able to perform a number of very difficult hand stretches that achieve a beautiful result. That's impossible for me to play on guitar. But I will just say the very first chord on that that he plays happens to be this one. C major 6. And just to give you an example, with this new tuning, incorporating those middle alto voices, I can now make that fingering right here with 1 finger. There it is. Right? A little more exploration has brought me to these 5th string root jazz voicings. For 7th chords like C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, you know it, right? And you can do something very fun with this new tuning by eliminating the low C and playing it on the adjacent string, which gives you an octave C. And now that C voice is very much in the rest of the voicing. Here's what I mean. So instead of, I'm now able to get something with some dissonance. Right? And I just moved 1 finger. So I changed 1 finger, moved it to the adjacent string, and now I have, sounds kind of like that Bill Evans chord, right? And we can run all of the chords the same way. Whoops, getting a little jazzy. Here's a 2-5-1 that sounds great on the top 4 strings of the guitar. And with this new tuning, I'm not going to change the first 2 chords. They sound great. But on this 3rd chord, I can now bring in a voice that, an octave voice of the F, and bring it in closer to the other notes. And instead of, I can go. Right? Sounds cool. And that's just with a very standard looking drop 2 voicing. If you know those shapes, it looks almost the same. I'm just changing 1 string. And if you've spent any time with Ted Greene's book, you know the one. At the end of all of the different chord types, there's always some very stretchy fingerings. I'm noticing now that with this tuning, some of those really hard, like crazy. Right? Chords like that can be achieved using simpler forms. Okay, I cut for a second, and here's that chord using the new tuning. Right? It's right there. It's easier to grab. Back to Bill Evans, one device that he uses with great effect is this motion right here. And you can see we can do this on this guitar pretty easily. And I haven't worked it out yet, but here's a little bit of Bill Evans chords on My Foolish Heart using this tuning. I haven't got that. I don't have that yet. Stay tuned.